Let's jump straight in with some of these questions, shall we? So, my favourite part is trying to pronounce people's names correctly. Giratid? Do we think?
No, we don't.
We'll go with that. So, first question, will there be more different playable characters in the future? So, the question that we get asked quite a lot.
Yes, there will. We have, currently we mentioned 6, but we're aiming for more beyond that. But yeah, to begin with, one of each order.
Oh, look at that! You're answering multiple questions there.
Yeah.
You're trying to just get through this as quick as you can, aren't you? Because Griffin the Great asked, will we be getting Lightseekers of each order in the future?
Yes, we will.
There you go. Your question did get answered. You just got in there a little bit early. So, Carla Messina Sills has asked, when designing the characters' voices, did you have an idea of how you wanted them to sound ahead of time, or did you start auditioning voice actors to see what registered with you? And what was the process like?
Yeah, I think for Cora and Jax, definitely we had some idea of kind of what we wanted. Like, we knew we wanted Cora to be quite cute and like a girl, obviously, and like kind of a vague age range, and the same kind of for Jax, I think.
Yeah.
And then we got like a few different voice actor kind of clips, and we listened to them and kind of said, "Oh, I like that, but like maybe a little bit kind of older or whatever." It was quite a long process in the end.
Yeah, especially for those two. I think Cora and Jax were the ones we went most back and forth on.
Yeah,
it's really important to get them right, and not to kind of. Yeah.
And how much dialogue has been recorded for these guys? It's a fair chunk, isn't it?
So I think we're around 4,000 to 5,000 lines.
Wow. Yeah, that's and what is that? Is that over all the characters, or is
across
that
all the characters? I think that's the number.
Wow, that's a lot. So there's going to be plenty of dialogue in there. It's not going to be a few little things they're saying here.
Yeah,
and
I mean
there,
that's obviously that's the VO, so that's the voice stuff.
Awesome. So Stephen Wary has asked, will there be any kind of system for carrying anything over to a new character rather than starting from scratch when a new character is released?
Yeah. So the most obvious one is we can move weapons from hand to hand, and therefore move core stones, light stones along. There's also shared inventory, so anything that drops in one character's game can be put into a shared bank effectively, and be accessed by other characters.
Cool. So you should be able. So your character level will be, if I say I am playing as Jax and I get up to level 10 or so, and then I swap out for Cora, she'll be a level 1 character, but I'll have access to all those weapons, and so that I can probably level up a bit quicker. So
if you get a good drop for Cora on Jax, you can give it to her.
Awesome. Cool. And Yuri, how does the whole process of designing a character start? This is obviously quite a big question. Does it start with an idea for a great character, and then you look for where they can be used in the game, or is it the other way around?
I'd say I don't think you ever start with kind of an idea of exactly what the character is.
Yeah.
Like, for example, for Cora, it's like we knew we wanted her to be kind of a water character, and then probably like a cute one, because like we looked at kind of the range of characters we wanted to have, and it's just working out like which is which kind of thing, and then you kind of go through on a concept side like loads of sketches and stuff, and that really develops the character's like appearance, and it kind of feeds into the design as well, I think.
I mean, from the get-go we had kind of a lot of silhouettes before we had full images, along with some kind of just character types and the races wanted in the world. So we had some visual ideas for kind of what we wanted, like reptilian race and a water-based race, along with a few that have changed dramatically. I mean, even Cora and Jax has changed quite a lot.
Yeah, when we see some of the early artwork of Jax now, he does look quite different, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, we fleshed out the races before the characters, really. So we made races first, and then we picked the characters in those races.
Cool. One second. So the Love Pirate, which is an awesome name by the way, has asked, how do you match character design to their environment? So I guess it's quite similar. Is it a back and forth where changes are made, obviously that affect each other?
Well, this was a bit different because obviously we had to have the characters quite early because they go into toy production. But we kind of came up with the character and then had an idea of what the environment would be like. But the actual environment concepts, kind of some of them were done afterwards. And it's actually kind of useful that like you've got elements from the character you can use. But it was just, it's really fun kind of getting into the environments and kind of saying, oh, this is where she lives.
Yeah, I guess the amount of different pieces. I've seen you sketching up for Mari and for the Mari is crazy. And obviously they're all very different environments, aren't they, for each race in the game?
Yeah, but they've gone a bit, like a few have gone the other way around as well, where the Tyrex, for example, I think we did environments hand in hand with the race, because the fact that they just hoard scraps and technology and so on was kind of a big deal with the race, so we kind of knew the environment from the get-go, whereas more some of the other races, the Mari being one of them, was fleshed out a lot later, really.
Yeah, cool. And our friend David Crute, who always gets a question in whenever we've got something going on, has said, what programs are used in character development?
So concept artists, we use Photoshop mainly, and then the modelers use Maya. And I think they use ZBrush sometimes, like for kind of some of the more detailed stuff. So because
that's a lot more high poly, isn't it? Than
and then I don't know what the animators use. I had a mind blank.
Maya.
Oh right, okay.
Maya.
You use Excel.
Yeah. Benny just lives in Excel, don't you? It's
Excel and Paint.
Paint.net.
Paint.net.
Oh wow, the best software.
Yeah.
It's the bane of my life. He sends me these things he's done in Paint.net, and I have to download Paint.net to open them when I've got Photoshop.
What are you sending in Paint.net?
World map?
Expertly drawn world map.
Oh, are those the terrible maps that I keep seeing going around?
Terrible. Amazing.
I mean those brilliant maps that I keep seeing going around. Oh, I'd never realised you were the artist behind those. We've got another question here from Carla, who's asked, here we go, this is quite an interesting one. I would love to know who came up with the idea and colour scheme for the Thunder Slug and how that came about, why those elements were chosen.
So the Thunder Slug has taken a bit of a wild ride.
You showed me some really weird designs.
Yeah, I mean, the very first concept we had for him, it was kind of a slug pimp. He had a coat and a cane and legs.
He had a he had like a little mustache. Didn't he?
One of the races had a mustache as well. He was. I mean, that was funny, but it was really out there. So we dialed him back a little bit. But who came up with the final color schemes? I'm not entirely sure. It might have been a combination of Chris Cambry and Tom, maybe.
I think so.
But he's one of the ones that have changed quite a lot actually.
I mean, there are a lot of sort of weird and wonderful characters in all the card designs, isn't there? Because I mean, what, 386 cards?
86, yeah.
So there's some pretty weird ones out there.
There's a lot of variation as well. Like he's a really weird one, but you've got some that are like really cool, really cute.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some. We were looking the other day for when we were putting together the Cora video. So there's Mari riding giant crabs and kind of like sea gully kind of things, and it's all a bit crazy, but awesome. Right, so that's actually all the questions we've had in advance, but I've had another couple here coming from the stream, so let's run a couple of these. I mean, I'm going to ask you a really easy one first, and this isn't directly related to character development, but it's a pretty easy question to answer. Zar has asked, is there going to be a Lightseekers game app for mobile phones and mobile devices? The game's a mobile game, so yes, there will definitely be a mobile version. So iOS, Android, Kindle, some Kindle Fire.
Yeah, one of them.
We can't tell you exactly what
details.
now. I think there might be some details on the website, or there's going to be some more. But a whole host of Android, iOS, and some Kindle devices will be able to play the game. So it will be coming to those soon. I also saw a question earlier on asking whether or not, I can't find who it's from at the moment, so sorry guys, asking if we were going to have any steampunk styled things in the game. And I think we have really, haven't we?
I'd say the Tyrax kind of environment has a bit of that influence in it.
Yeah.
I know I think it was Tom was doing it, and he was kind of looking at some of that stuff for inspiration. So there's like elements.
Yeah.
I don't know, any of the others kind of.
I think it's mostly the Tyrex. I mean, a bit more colourful perhaps, but but I mean that you can definitely see the inspiration in there.
Well, that frog with the top hat, and the
with
giant stopwatch, he's quick. He's a pretty steampunk.
Yeah.
Tobias has asked, what are your favourite pieces of card art?
I like Bubblefish.
Everyone loves the Bubblefish. Everyone loves the Bubblefish.
It's great.
Yeah, that's difficult. I like Warp Toad. Shadow Supplier and Shadow Prison are both nice.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very, very torn.
You have terrible taste in cards.
Everyone loves the
Yes, it
bubblefish. That does seem to be the most popular. I mean, it's Jane's. I've seen it on various people's.
It's so cute. It just makes me laugh when I see it.
Let's have a quick look, see what else we've got coming in. Oh, Karen says she loves the art behind us. So yeah.
Is that Karen Long?
It is Karen Long.
Hi, Karen. It's Chris's mum.
Yes. Hey, Chris's mum. How's it going?
He's gonna hate this.
Yeah, Chris was going to be here today, but he just decided that he didn't love me enough to come on the stream. So tell him off for me, Karen, when you see him. Bradley has asked, how much do you integrate the characters' abilities with the environment that they come from? I guess it's really how they're tied into their orders.
Yeah, very heavily. I mean, everything the Tyrax does is revolving around explosives, mechanical, time. So a lot of magical tech aspects. Same with Korra, lightning, water, air.
Yeah.
So they're very heavily themed.
And we have actually just over the last couple of days added a couple of new pages onto the website that give you a bit of a breakdown on both Jax and Korra about their abilities and...
Yeah, so there are a few example abilities just to kind of give you a taste for what they do. I think there are 3 normal abilities, 2 combos and 5 talents. And I mean, noted that's far from all of them. There are over 20 abilities, 15 plus combos and about 30 odd talents, so there's a lot more than we've shown there. And that's in addition to all the weapons and so on, of course.
Yeah. Wicked. Well, we've gone through quite a few questions now, and this is all kind of getting a little bit away from me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take these additional questions that we're getting here, and because I'm seeing quite a few here that are kind of off topic from character design, but we will go through these and try to work them into one of our future streams. But we should probably let you guys get back to it. It is the end of the month and all that, so I don't want to hold you around too long. So thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks everyone that's watched. Remember, get any more questions in you might have on the forum, Twitter, Facebook, here, Reddit,
Here?
on this video. Leave them right here. not drop them through the door. But thanks very much, guys. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Benny. See you next time, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.